practices left with fall camp? Does it feel like it's time for the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's felt like that for a while now, but yeah, it's been good. I mean, guys been working great together, really coming together as a group. So yeah, we got a couple more we got to take advantage of, but we're ready, man. We're excited.
You've got a pretty new wide receiver group, obviously. I've mentioned that. What do you feel like you have with that group now that you've spent several months working with them?
Yeah, I mean, I got a bunch of young, hungry kids that want to freaking go play. They want to have fun playing. So, I mean, they thoroughly enjoy their time, all the time they spend in the facility, all the time they spend out here, whether that be recovery, just hanging out with each other, watching tape. Yeah, we love spending time with each other, and we're really coming together as a group.
Did you do anything different in the offseason working with them, just on timing and rhythm? I know you do that with a wide receiver group no matter what, but knowing that you were going to have a lot of guys that hadn't gotten on-field reps, are there any specific examples of stuff you were trying to do with them?
I really tried to spend a lot more time in meeting rooms with the whole Skelly group, just watching, taking them through the timing of concepts, what I'm seeing, what my reads are, just so they can get a little glimpse of how I play and try to read a defense kind of like I do. So for me, it was a fun way for me to kind of just show them how I play, and I'm trying to mesh the two together. So we definitely did a lot more meetings just as a group to try to get on the same page. Oh, 100%. I mean, he sets the tone every day, and it's cool to see once that bar's set, how everybody rises to it and keeps pushing it. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, he's had the most playing time out of everybody, so he knows what the game's going to be like. He knows the standard of how we need to practice, how we need to play, so he does a great job of that.
Graham, between having a new coordinator and guys that are stepping into bigger roles after some key guys left, does it feel like there's been a reset? Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, I mean, you never really reset at a program like this. I mean, obviously our history of how we play football is never going to change. I mean, that's how we want to play. We want to play smart, want to play tough, want to play physical ball, and there's plenty of different ways to do that. So for us, it's just kind of doing what we've always done, but maybe adding a few little tweaks in there. So I wouldn't really say a reset of Wisconsin football, but I mean, I love where we're at.
Why should fans be encouraged by that things will be better in the passing game than last year, do you think?
They should be encouraged.
Why?
They will. We'll see.
Okay.
Skylar's one of those guys, probably reason for encouragement. What has he shown you since spring practice? And
a bunch. I mean, Juice, he's done a fantastic job this fall camp of kind of really stepping into that role and owning it. And I mean, every time I throw him a ball, I know he can go get it. That's one thing about him. Like Marcus, Kalu, Dino, like all those guys, you got that trust built up that if it goes in the air, it's a 50-50 ball, they're going to come down with it. So I mean, that's the trust you want to build up during camp, and they've done a fantastic job of that.
Considering he was a DB in college until this year, does it feel like Dean just kind of has a good feel for fine spacing in the middle?
Yeah, I mean, I always joke around with Dino because, obviously he played nickel, and he knows how he was attacked as a nickel, and he knows what's hard at that position. So for him, it's kind of like a little cheat code, knowing how that guy's going to play him, like the leverage, the technique he's playing, and how to take advantage of that. So he does a great job of reading body language, dropping his weight, being nice and shifty in there. So it's a really cool thing to see a DB come over as a receiver and know all that. It's really attacking.
What's Marcus Allen been able to do to build some trust?
I mean, that's my boy. On the field, he does a great job of really, it's every drill and working every drill, and you can see it translate to team reps, whether that be like release drills, being physical with his hands, dropping his weight at the top of a stem. But he does the big thing of how he plays is physical, and he's physical in his releases when the ball's in the air, just running his routes. I mean, that's what you want. The physicality as a receiver. He's big, he's strong, he's fast. He knows how to stack DBs. He knows how to win off the line. So he does a great job of translating those coaching points, whether it's in the meeting room or on the field, into a team rep. So I appreciate that a ton about him.
Graham, what's it like rooming with Joe Tippmann, and how does that relationship off the field help you on the field?
Yeah, I mean, I've basically roomed with Tip my entire time here. Him, Hayden Rucci, Clay Cundiff. I mean, those are my boys, and we're closer than really anyone you've ever been to, and anyone you ever really had in your life, because you spend so much time with them. You get really close to those guys. So, I mean, I know Tip. He knows me, and we know how to work well together.
He said that you're kind of a robot, and it's kind of all football. Is that off the field?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Tip's one of those guys where growing up never really watched sports or played sports. He was more of a dirt bike, boating, that kind of guy. So we always joke around. He always knows how to go and fix someone's moped, and I'm just like, yeah, I know how to read cover 2 and bang it down the middle. So like for me and him, it's funny because we got that healthy balance. So like I love ball, man, and I spend all my time thinking about it, all my time working on it, and it's good for me to kind of be around him and get away from it a little bit and joke around. But yeah, I mean, to him it seems like a robot. To me, it's just fun.
What's it been like getting settled into Bobby Ingram's offense?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was more of the cool thing, and the thing I appreciate about Coach Ingram is he wanted to make it our offense and really come together and morph with what we already had as far as like verbiage and stuff like that, and also add a bunch of new wrinkles into it. So, I mean, the cool thing about it is yeah, it's his offense, but he made sure that we made it our offense and we can own it. And that's what I appreciate the most out of that, is really making it for who we got and maximizing what we got.
Talk about verbiage. Are you using a lot of the same terminology, or is that stuff changed?
Yeah, play calls. Obviously, a bunch of new stuff.
Right.
Most of the stuff's the same.
Just talking about using the whole field. I think you've talked about that too. How important is that, just to kind of?
And that's everything. I mean, you want to attack a defense, make them play on their heels. You got to attack everything, whether it's in the run game, quick game, and then obviously down the field. And you want to stretch them out wide and long so you can pound it down the middle. So I think that's how we want to play.
I know you've been asked a lot of questions since the spring about what exactly is different with the offense, and we'll find out in the opener. But in terms of throwing the ball down the field, are there different routes, or is it just different combinations? Like, without
a bunch of different stuff. we'll let our opponents find that out.
Okay.
When do you switch to start thinking about that opener? When do you guys start preparing for that?
I mean, we're really just focused in on these last couple of practices and really finishing out what we need to do, whether that's timing on certain plays or just like a few minor details we gotta narrow down. So I think we got, gosh, I don't even know what day of the week it is right now, but we got a couple more practices, and then we got a little transition week, and then we'll be full-blown game week.
And you've always been a very confident guy. You seem even more confident. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, sure.
Well, why? I mean, tell me why. Why?
I'm ready to go. You could say it's cocky, confident. I'm ready.
Thanks, man.
Thank you guys.
Nice,
Thanks,
Graham.
Graham.